Dun 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 dun. Audio is good. Audio is good. I know we're not making the same mistake as last time. Dun 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 dun. We're not making the same mistake. We are here for peak fiction. Dun 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 dun. Yo, look, man, I'm nervous. All right, I'm nervous. I really, really am, man. I don't even like. I don't know, bro. Like, we have two chapters. Let me get my second camera ready because just in case, because I'm nervous. Listen, these next two chapters, literally anything can happen. But yo, please let me know if my audio is good. I was covering this right here because yo, let me tell y'all something, man. I received so many messages to get off of social media this week, man. I was like, wait a minute, like, I was going crazy, right? Because it's inevitable. It's inevitable of where we are. But it was just the massive amount, and I'm so grateful for it because, like I told you last week, this is E3 week. This is Summer Games Fest week, right? And so, oh my goodness, super chats coming in, y'all. I will get to y'all at the whenever I finish reacting. I promise. Audio's good. Yo, thank you, my people. Yo, hold on, man. Here we go. Yo, so listen, I'm nervous, and y'all making me more nervous. People already super chatting. That means this is a crazy chapter. I'm ready. You feel me? Yo, man, listen to me. Oh man, dude, we have two chapters left. I've been so emotional this entire week. I've been watching almost every single E3 press conference type of thingy since like Halo 2 in 2004, right? So, to see Monkey D. Luffy come out of Jeff Keighley's mouth today, or Monkey the Luffy as he stated, shout out to my dog Jeff Keighley, but to see that at Summer Games Fest, I was like, yo, One Piece is really out here. Like, we are really out here. The common casual individual out there got to see the king today. They got to see the Straw Hat crew today. But what we're here for is not One Piece Odyssey. What we are here for is not just any type of thing. We're not here for Shakespeare. We're not here for any type of cinema that you would normally go to the theater to pay a couple dollars to see. What we are here to see is the hard work of Ichiro Oda on full display. What we are here today to see is me making sure that OBS is working, and it is. What we are here to see is my dogs over at TCB, who have worked so hard to bring us these chapters week in and week out. And as we head into the final saga, I just have to give a massive thank you to Manga Stream, Manga Panda, the individuals working at TCB, Jainini's Box, Viz, the Shonen Jump, Spanish individuals, the ones who work in translating it in Germany, in Europe, in Japan. I don't know, maybe they translate a different type of Japanese content. I don't know, man. But all I know is that the individuals who work to bring us this series on a worldwide scale. Shout out to my people over in France too, man. You know, the One Piece fandom over there goes crazy. But the fact remains that there's so many individuals responsible for bringing this series to us that I just gotta give a massive thank you, man, to all those individuals, because without y'all, we wouldn't be here today to read the best-selling manga in history. Yo, I'm feeling like Ronaldo right now, man. I'm feeling like a goal's coming. You feel me? I'm feeling like a goal is coming. Yo, let me tell y'all something. We are here today to read what is nearly the best-selling comic of all time, about to hit store shelves as a video game, about to come out as a live-action adaptation. But we are two chapters away from the final saga. What in the world's gonna happen in this week's installment of One Piece? I'm ready, dude. My laptop's not even on. That's how hyped I was to get into this. My thing's not even on. Hold on. What's going on here? Dude, I couldn't even type. Like, I put up notification on Discord, and I couldn't even type. That's... Bro, because y'all gotta understand, right? This entire week, the emotions have been running through. I have been running through so many scenarios in my brain. What is gonna happen? What is gonna happen? We have 2 chapters left until the final saga? How in the world is Oda gonna do this in 2 chapters? And so I was like, okay, something's gotta go down. Like, these next 2 chapters have to be nuts. These next 2 chapters have to be post-Marineford levels of insanity if we're about to go on a month break. You feel me? So it's like, oh, let me pull up this. I have nothing up. Oh, let's go, bro. Let's go. I'm so ready, man. What in the world's going? Block. Whoa. What's going on? Come on, please, work with me. Oh, you working with me? Yes, sir. Let's go. Okay, chapter 1052. Are we good to go? I think we're good to go. Is OBS or is it tripping? If it's tripping, I apologize. I think we're good. I know we have good lighting today, y'all. That's the second week in a row. Good lighting. But ladies and gentlemen, let's go. Get your manga ready. Chapter 1052. And the title of this week's chapter is New Morning. Oh my goodness, the dawn has passed. The dawn has passed. We're entering a new day. It's a new day. Yes, it is. And I'm not sure if I'm talking about the Big E, Kofi, and Xavier kind, man. I don't know, man. This one might be a little beefy. A New Morning. Fantastic soundtrack in Cold Steel 3. Then we have Gangster Gastino, which I feel like... When was the last time we saw Caesar Clown? I feel like I haven't seen Caesar Clown in at least, like, 100-something chapters. Dog, I can't even remember the last time that we saw Caesar Clown. It's been a minute. It has been a minute, right? Like, last time I saw him, I think, I was calling this man the head of Byakuran's crew over in Hitman Reborn with his mafia getup and whatnot, but it's been a minute. So here we see Reiju walking with Ichiji, and it looks like they're just running rampant. Well, of course, our boy Gangster Gastino here is watching this all go down, so he is in Whole Cake Island still watching this all take place. But what's interesting here is that they look over, so Reiju sees my boy Gastino, but Ichiji's looking over at some destruction. Now, at first, I was like, hold up, man, that looks a little cracked up. That might be Blackbeard, but no, we're not gonna... Anyway, I see Niji right here in the back. You know, we're not gonna take it that far. That's just rubble. German 66's Cold-Blooded Voyage, Volume 14, a certain scientist failed to get away. Dog, I'm nervous, man. Like, bro, what's gonna happen, yo? Like, we're starting off in the... We're starting off in the Holy Land. Oh no. We're going around the world. It's over. It's over, man. Yo, I'm calling it. It's over. If the first panel is the money, bro, all you see is the text. No, yo, every time this text box appears, every time we switch to the Marijoa, it's peak fiction. I'm not joking. I'm not playing games. Every time we switch to the Holy Land, it's like, yo, it's over. You know what, bro? Dude, first page? They're not gonna play with it. We're going straight in. We're diving in, son. I'm putting on the Santa hat too, dude. This is, bro, it's the Holy Land, man. Hold on. A grave situation. So Nika has finally emerged. Yeah, so Nika has finally emerged. 2 emperors have fallen. We won't be able to cover this up. The whole world will latch on to this news. The timing could not be any worse. How do we deal with this? Yo, my dog is sweating harder than dragons sweat that one chapter, bro. In chapter 956, my dog is sweating harder than him. This man's sweating so hard you would think that he was the one cooking in lava right now, son. Yo, hold on, I gotta run this through. So Nika has finally emerged. 2 emperors have fallen. The timing could... Oh, no, dog. Yo, hold on. I gotta make sure I see all this correctly with my own 2 eyes, man. I gotta pull an Anakin Skywalker here, son. I gotta take off the mask for a sec, you feel me? Hold on. You know, make sure the glasses are good. Make sure what I'm reading is factual. I'm gonna have to pull up a Spanish translation to make sure this is right, dude. What? The seas around one... Are you certain the elephant is gone? So where does Zunisha go? Yes, it wandered into the mist. Just what was that? So the borders are staying close for now. That means Wano is still almost impenetrable. Aw, man. Momo, you goat. What a goat, right? Like, when you get to see my dog here being like, hold up. If the borders are still closed, we can't move. And obviously it's because the Marines are right on the door. They're right on the door! So it's like, if they're already knocking, just keep the door closed. You know, sometimes you'll have this situation where somebody will come knock at your door, you just want to open it. And you leave them out there standing no matter how long, it's like, I'm just not going to open the door. And right now, Momonosuke is that dude. He's the dude sitting on the couch, watching TV, somebody's ringing the doorbell, he's not answering the door. That's Momonosuke, man. That's my guy. That's my goat. Alright? So... Hold on, man. It's like... You know, it's like, how do you start this off in the Marijoa? In the Marijoa. And then we go back to the room! It appears that they have modified their plan in light of the current situation. At least one of them has considered Guile. From Street Fighter? Now, even with our numbers, a direct invasion will be impossible. We can still have Nico Robin brought to us, correct? They're still trying to get Robin? Even when they know Luffy's Nika? Dog! Y'all don't want to see my boy! Yo, Luffy would bring out Bugs Bunny, the Tasmanian Devil, a Sylvester, Tweety Bird. I mean, they don't want to see the squad. They ain't trying to see the squad, man. I don't care how, the Gorosei could be the nastiest individuals on the planet. The nastiest. They're not messing with the Toon Squad. They ain't messing with the Toon Squad? Are you kidding me? Yo, we're gonna turn them into cartoons and we're gonna start playing with them. They're gonna turn one of these dudes to the Crimson Chin. They're gonna be like, oh, here comes the Crimson Chin, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna turn them into cartoons, bro. They ain't wanna mess with the boys. So, apparently, to their knowledge, they believe that Nico Robin can still be brought to the Marijoa. And that apparently, even with their numbers, a direct invasion is currently impossible. Now, this is very interesting considering what's currently happening around the world. The SSG, they're trying to capture all the Shichibukai. It's like, how could they have so many numbers still left? It goes to show just how big of a threat the Marines are, that they are already expending so many resources and they still have more left. But regardless, it looks like even they deem this to be impossible right now. Ah, and so it was this individual, the one who ran the moment that Luffy and Kaido clashed. He was out of there, and I respect it, you know. Sometimes you just have to press, what is that, start, up, triangle, whatever, to quit. Sometimes you just got a dashboard. Listen, when you're getting whooped, you just got a dashboard sometimes, you feel me? That's just the way it works. Sometimes you just got a dashboard. CP0, come in. Robert? Are we about to see Robert? Someone is hijacking the signal. We got a hacker? Listen up. Who is this? Stay where you are. Bzzt, bzzt. I'm on my way. They don't know who this is. CP0, come in, bzz, bzz. Someone is hijacking our signal. Listen up, bzz, bzz. Who is this? They're the strongest intelligence agency. Who do they not know? Excuse me, yo, my intestines are going crazy right now. My whole chest burning. Yo, this thing's about to give me heartburn. Stay where you are, bzz, bzz. I'm on my way, bzz. What in the flying flagnards? What is that? So, a random individual is coming to Wano? Is coming to help out Mass CP0 guy? Dog, what is going on? So, this is somebody they don't know, or at least the common individual. Maybe the CP0 member knows who he is, but maybe not the randoms, right? So perhaps it is the randoms. It's not the Gorosei reaching out to them, right? It's got to be a random. And it's someone hijacking the signal, stating that I'm on my way. Dude, what is going on in One Piece, yo? So someone is coming. Someone's about to be the last entrant in the Royal Rumble. Who is this? That's what I want to know, dude. Yeah, well, let's continue. Maybe we'll get our answers here in the chapter. After 20 years of tyranny in Wano, the news of the Kozuki victory is being met with jubilation. And we get to see Onigashima now, right as Momo left it. The battlegrounds. Castle interior Onigashima. Hawkins? And Drake. Drake, you were a marine dog this whole time? You really expect me to answer that? Don't you have anything else to say? Yo, Hawkins is messed up, dude. This man looks like he just fought the entire war himself. Hey, shout out to Killer, though. Yo, Killer put in that work on Hawkins, man. This man looks really, really messed up. Man. You look like Jigoku, player. I thought those precious cards of yours promised you'd be safe if you stuck with Kaido. Hey, sometimes, Yu-Gi-Oh! Don't work in your favor. I submitted to that monster when he showed up because I knew doing otherwise would be courting death. But Kid and his crew fought to the bitter end. Goats. Kid hype. Bro, sometimes your intentions are worth more than the final result. Kid got smoked by Kaido, sure. But at the end of the day, my man intended to whoop him. He intended to whoop him. He said, yo, I don't care what you do to my crew right now. I don't care what you do to me. You're catching as hell. And I respect that. I respect individuals who go down fight. So shout out to my boy Kid, because at the end of the day, he got one back on Big Mom. So it is what it is. But even if I did foresee his victory, do you really think I would have gone crawling back to him? If you're going to switch sides, now's the time. What are your cards telling you? I'm dividing tomorrow's survival chances for a certain man. Only 1%, what a pity. Didn't the anime already reveal this was Drake? The future, the man you were talking about. It was me. No, he wasn't talking about Drake? He was talking about himself? This man owed it to me with the Allen Iverson, son. I feel like I'm playing and one. Oh, man, I'm on the floor, bro. I just hit my jaw. It was me. It's like you can't even meme, you can't even hit him with "it was me" Dio line, because you just gotta step back for a second and be like, yo, Hawkins actually was talking about himself. Wow. I did not expect that. We were all expecting Luffy, Zoro. After the episode came out, we were like, it was Drake. No, it was none of that. It was Hawkins himself, and now we're led to assume that either Hawkins is dead here, he dies here, or we're gonna see him in the final arc somewhere down the line. One of the two. But if this is his final moments, this is a very, very interesting way to go out. An extremely interesting way to go out. Another ankle breaker. This is crazy. The Flower Capital 7 days after the end of the war. Yo, 7 days? Okay. I wasn't wrong, you feel me? I said there'd be a mini time skip. Hey, look, man, you gotta give your boy some props sometime. You know what I'm saying? Yo, listen. We discussed this a while ago. Listen, bro. Every time before these breaks, there's a time skip. Last time it was 2 years. This time it was 1 week, you know. Rather than 3D2Y, it's 3D1W. But listen, that 1W was huge. That 1W was taking out Kaido. That's all I know. That's all I know. If somebody tattoos 3D1W, I'm going to be like, yo, they a real one. They a real one. Somebody put that on some merch. King Recon merch. 3D1W. The Flower Capital 7 days after the end of the war. Don't take down the decorations yet. Momonosuke-sama no. Yo, they changed that up quick. Hold up, man. We're talking to royalty. We're talking to goatness. Momonosuke-sama no. Comma. The Shogun has decreed that we'll have another festival soon. That's going to be the large banquet then. Miss Sarahebi isn't coming back? I actually like that teacher. How come? Sorry, but we have to restart your history lessons on our country's heroes from scratch. Seriously? Our first lesson will be the story of the wonderful Kozuki Oden. Oh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. And it's the ideal, it's the dream scenario that so many of us wish for our countries, right? That we would go beyond the propaganda and actually preach the truth, you know, actually discuss the truth within our classrooms. And I'm not saying there's not teachers who don't do that, but it's definitely the minority, right? Like, we all wish that within our classrooms we could be taught the truth. You know what I'm saying? And not just political propaganda. Always bring... But regardless, right? Regardless. This is very interesting. And I do like how we're going back to chapter... What was that? 919? 918? Whatever it was. And that's really, really cool. That's really, really cool. I still can't believe that Wano's greatest beauty, Komurasaki, is really Oden-sama's daughter. I heard that the Kappa, Kawamatsu Dono, saved her from the blazing castle. Yo, so not only are we getting the reveal here of Oden being taught in classrooms, Momonosuke as an individual now being referred to as shogun around everywhere, but now Hiyori, who suffered through 20 years of insane trials and tribulations, we're now going to have a moment where Hiyori is also respected as Oden-sama's daughter. As my boy Oden's daughter. That's got to be super dope, because you already know everybody was talking junk for a long time. Like, they had to have been talking junk. Like, yo, Hiyori, that's just the courtesan. That's just the Orion. You know what I mean? I heard that the Kappa Kawamatsu Dono saved her from the blazing castle. What an incredible display of loyalty. Another scabbard was watching over things this whole time. Kyoshiro, the noble Yakuza boss, was really Denjiro Dono in disguise. Paradise Farm. Paradise Farm? Isn't this where Whitebeard? Where Marco was? This is. This has to be right. Am I tripping? Does anybody know anything about the man that took down Kaido? He's apparently a warrior known as Joy Boy. Everyone's gonna know. Everyone's gonna know. Oh no, this is a beautiful day, dog. Oh, this is a beautiful day. Let's go, baby. It's a beautiful day. Everyone is gonna know. Oh, that adds so much weight to the chapter of 1044. And we're not talking about the Golden State Warriors, because right now they taking L's. I'm sorry, Golden State fans. They're taking L's. They taking L's right now, man. So we ain't talking about the Golden State Warriors. We're talking about the Warrior. We're talking about the Liberation Warrior, man. Joy Boy. I heard he's no longer in the country. I would have loved to see him in person. His heroism rivals the legendary god of the blade, Ryuma. Ryuma, yo. And we're even going to the graves? Wait. It just hit. They said he's no longer in this country? So, I'm corrected. I don't think this is the... Yeah, this isn't. So this is within Wano. And... they're no longer here? Or is Momonosuke hiding them in order to protect them? What is this chapter, man? So, if they're no longer here, then where are they? Is Luffy awake? His heroism rivals the legendary god of the blade, Ryuma, the internal graves, Ringo. We see Kawagotsu. Oh, we're building another shrine, yes. From this hill, they'll be overlooking the flower capital. Just like... Oh, bro, they're gonna build my dog a shrine? Ryuma. We will put Odin-sama to rest here. Is that Kinemon? I think that is Kinemon. And he'll be surrounded by all his allies, starting with Yasue Dono. And all... Oh, no, so it's gonna be Odin they're gonna put here. Yasue, Odin, and all the other daimyo who fought for this country. And ending with, Ashura and Izo did die. Legends. Especially, first and foremost, Izo real deal had no business doing what he did, but he still did it for the dub. He did it for the dub. You feel me? Like, Izo didn't have to do what he did. But he did it to secure the W, man. Izo and Ashura Doji. Both drinking sake right now with Odin and Yasui, man. Goats. True goats. Onimaru. Kapapa, think we'll be honored here? Someday too, Onimaru? It's good to see you alive and well. Is that fine with you, Marco Dono? Of course, it's only right that his final resting place is in his home country. Look at my dog, Marco! Goat man Marco. Seems like I've been left behind once again to say goodbye. We know the feeling. We are the ones who remain. If something were to happen to any more of our heroes, I don't think I could take it. Let us pray for their good health. I'm so hungry. No, I'm not. Is that Yamato? Wait. Let me go back. So, that's gotta be Yamato. That's gotta be that. Just knowing the backstory with that's gotta be Yamato, brother. You gotta hear this. You too, Yamato-kun. So Yamato is currently sitting on top of the castle in the flower capital. Luffy Taro-san and Zoro Judo-san, they finally opened their... Thank God. It took a week, but we alive. Yo, Yamato, spread. Go and run to them. Run to your new crewmates. Hiyori dropped... Hiyori dropkick Momo. This is the content we love to see. This is Recon content right here. Hiyori coming in, Okada level dropkick, and just sends Momonosuke directly into the Flagnards. I love this. I love this. Will you ever stop being a tomboy? Not that it hurts. But yo, Hiyori, man, we needed this. We needed the dropkick moment. We knew it would happen eventually. It was great to have it here with this news. So, Luffy and Zoro, my boys, made it. Look at my goats. Yo, please. Yo, give them all the meat and booty. Yo, let me tell y'all something, son. Y'all need to feed these two with everything that you got. Y'all need to go and open the borders for just a little bit and go out to meet Donald's. You know, just go out to meet Donald's, meat filet. Go out to somewhere, dude. I don't care where it is. You gotta go provide some meat. You got to, bro. You gotta go get like 12 Sanjis and then get a whole field for my dog Zoro to drink from. Please. Please. These two put in so much work. These two averaged bare minimum 50 a game. Minimum. My MVPs. My GOATs. They live, and look, this entire time we're like, yo, what happened was the Grim Reaper, you know, what's this? My boy Zoro said, the Grim Reaper what? You're talking about the guy from Billy and Mandy? The guy who was like, dun 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 dun. Who? Grim Reaper who? He ain't messing with me. He ain't messing with me, dog. Luffy, Zoro, you're finally awake. My dogs are breathing oxygen, man. Let's go, dude. It only took a week. That's how you know, because I honestly thought the consequences of Gear 5th were going to last way longer than a week. And it looks like it was only a week. It's only a week. Which my boys have grown. When we come right back up, man, this is great. Give me seconds. Another. Yamato, go to Zoro immediately. Go to Zoro. No, never mind. Don't go to Zoro immediately. This panel of Yamato hugging Luffy is and then it's a panel of... No, my heart, bro. So now you have Sun Chopper, Zoro's child, immediately going to Zoro. He's like, yo, Papa, you good? Daddy, you good? And Yamato goes right on to Luffy. He's like, yo, you good? Yo, these two panels right here, panels of the year. Bar Gear 5th, panels of the year. And the Momo panel from last week. You know what I'm saying? Luffy, Zoro, save some room for later. I have been waiting for you to wake so I could summon the whole country for a banquet. Oh, this is going to be legendary, man. Let's do it today. Wait, don't you recognize me? I'm Momonosuke. Oh, that's why they didn't know who he was. Zoro and Luffy looked over like, who in the flying flaggers in that? Who does he think he is talking to you and me like that, brother? Like, yo, we just took out Kaido and King. We just took out the boys. We just took out the Kaido Crimson Tide. Who is he talking to? Who's he talking to? What, you're really an adult now? You look pretty strong. Is it because you've got Odin's blood? Let me take a crack at you. Knock it off. Oh, Nami. And then let's go. Let's go. Because Nami is like, get this 28-year-old piece of garbage off. You're no longer the 8-year-old lovable child you were in the past. Get off me. And what this goes to show is that at the end of the day, Momonosuke gave up the biggest sacrifice you could ever imagine. You know when Yu-Gi-Oh! When you have to sacrifice like a couple monsters to bring out something big? What Momonosuke had to sacrifice here goes way beyond that. Way beyond that. The sacrifice that he made will never be forgotten. But for the love of all his Flagnards, we're happy souls on this day. Protect Nami at all costs. Those two fiends are picking on me again. Please save me. Nami punches this man. You know Nami's punch has Conqueror's coding. That's 100% confirmed, factual evidence provided by the manga. But I'm still 8 years old. Not that it hurts. I guess that's true. Yep, he's definitely tougher. Hey, Sanji and Brooke, they're loving this. They're like, hey, man. Now you know what we gotta go through. And what we saw you do this whole time. Yeah, how you feel? Yo. older than us now. Well, not Brooke. But, you know, welcome to adulthood, Momo. No more special privileges for you, buddy boy. He's still a child on the inside. Yamago, yo, please, Yamato. For the love of all that is flagners, go up to Luffy and Zoro and be like, dog, I'm here. What do you need me to do? What do you need me to do? For to tell them I love this panel. I really do. He's still a child on the inside, but on the outside, he's basically Odin now. Quit putting plates on my head. You should thank your parents for giving you such a strong body. I'm sure you'll be the #1 samurai in the country someday. I'll give it my all. Yamato, let's take a bath together before the festival. Your bid. Excuse me. Are we about to get panel of the year? Is Gear 5th not panel of the year? In Wano, I apologize. In Wano, they have a custom to give something up until their prayers are answered by the gods. I swore not to eat or bathe until the two of you recover. Shut! And you're telling me she's not a straw hat? Dog! She fasted! What does it called when you don't take a bath? She became dirty! Yo! She dirty fasted! And y'all telling me she ain't a crew member? Stop playing with Yamato, dog! Stop playing with Yamato! Come on now! Yo, she dirty fasted out here, man. Y'all tell me she ain't a crewmate, dude. She did everything for the boys. For the boys! Seriously, thanks, Yama, bro. That must be why I'm feeling so great. What a good person. I'm surprised we're not dirty ourselves. And Hiyori went straight to her husband. You see her? Yo, she went straight to her husband, dog. She said, whoa, my boy's good? So, yo, that's a good family, man. That's a good family. You got Zoro and Hiyori, mother and father. And then you got Chopper and Otoko. That's a good family. That's a good family. Yo, where I'm from, that's a good familia. That's a good familia, man. That's because I was in charge of wiping your bodies clean. Does that please you? Yo, my man Sanji's going through it, son. But listen, yo, Sanji, you gotta let it go this time, man. You gotta let it go. You gotta let it go this time, bro. Listen, Luffy and Zoro deserve it all. They deserve it all. After the dust settles and I'm no longer myself, I want you to put me down. I must... My man, yo, and they go right back to fighting. Those are my goats. Those are my goats! They go right back to fighting. I must return from Jigoku to fulfill my promise to kill you. I don't need your help with that anymore. This castle doesn't have mixed baths, so I'll pass, Nami. Well, I would like to join you if you are okay with that. Yo, Kiku, why not? Why not? Come join the squad! Alright, Kiku, come join the squad! Let's get it! Screw it, man! Yamagoat, Nami, Kiku, let's roll with it! We're rolling with it! Castle Onsen, the man... Chapter of the year, yo! Yo! This is panel of the year, alright? This is panel of the year. This is panel of the year. Screw it! Bro, why not? Yo, if we're opening the borders, right? If we're already opening the borders to all types of new customs and way of life, why not? Why not? The temperature's just right. Yeah, this is the best. When we're done, let's party. Hey, look, bro, they're having the times of their lives, and y'all are telling me that Yamato ain't a straw hat? And God bless Sanji for still maintaining his sanity here. I mean, brother, peak fiction is going down. You feel me? Yo, Brooke is putting on the NL face. He's like, whoa, what's good? What's good? See, this is what I was telling y'all back when Chapter 984 came out. Like, yo, Yamato and Luffy are, like, so close to each other in personality. That when we get moments like this, when we get moments like whenever they reach a new island and the whole entire rest of the crew is like, we're not going to that island, and Yamato's like, yo, Luffy, you trying to go? And Luffy's like, yo, let's go! Let's go! It's that's what I wanted Yamato to join the crew for, because it would have added that extra level of chemistry, because he's never had another character like that in the crew. It's always, he'll have the thing, and then everyone will be hesitant. Zoro will be all cool. He'll be like, yo, hey, captain's orders. Captain says we move, then we move. You feel me? But now we have somebody else. Now we have somebody else who could do this, man. This is what I love to see. I love to see this. Yo, let's... I mean, I don't know, man. You know. Shout out to Shinobu. Shout out to Shinobu. You guys sure are a lot of hope. I hope I become bewitching too one day. Ah, poor Tama. Poor Tama, man. Tama's like, you know, one day I hope Mama Nami. And Mama, I just noticed that Mama Nami a mama to the end. Mama Nami a mama to the end. I always debated with Odin-sama and the others before, but it would just be too embarrassing to join men I'm not used to. You look just like you did back then, Okiku-chan. I think I'm older than you now, so this is so nice. Oh yeah, that's right, because Hiyori hasn't seen her in mad long either. Man. It's just so funny to me, bro. It's funny, it's peak, but it's just so funny to me, man. Shout out to Kiku. Shout out to Yamato for not caring. We don't care around here, dog. We don't care. The banquet is being held today. It's time to really celebrate the return of the Gozuki clan. Get word out to every region. Tokage Port Udon. Phew, we really got everything ship-shape. Yep, they look ready to sail. General Frankie's is as good as new, too. That's so cool. Yo, my dog, the General. Don't get too buddy-buddy with them. We can't let our guards down till we're safely back at sea. I don't know how the information's gonna leak. I mean, if you ask Naughty Dog, the information already leaked. Don't be like The Last of Us remake now. But you can be sure that the papers will catch wind of what's happened. With the Emperor's gone, we're going to have the biggest targets on our backs. Oh, man, I cannot wait to see what Kid and Laws and what their bounties are going to be huge. Because you got to think about it, right? These are two individuals that just took out Big Mom. But we still don't know what the newspaper's going to say, like we've been saying last couple streams and whatnot. Like, when it comes to all of their bounty increases, it's like, how do we even calculate that? Excuse me, how do we calculate that? Because Morgan's is only going to receive what he's told, and you know, to put out into the newspaper and to raise the bounty. So it's like whatever he receives is how much that thing's gonna go higher. We gotta see. And then Law looking raw as always, as he should. That's right. But yo, raise Law's bounty potentially just a slight tinge bit higher than Kid's, because at least Kid was rocking with Killer. I love Beppo, but what were they doing? What in the world were Shachi and Beppo doing? Law carried that entire time. Law was the only one on the roof that didn't have his first mate. Raise that man's bounty just a smidge higher than Kid's. Smidge. Please, Morgans. Please. Alright? Being in a closed-off country doesn't necessarily mean that they can't find out, but it does mean we have no way to monitor what the response will be. Do you think the captain's bounty they might raise it to an unthinkably large amount? Please. I hope so. Apu. And a number? You're right, it leaked. How could this be possible? It was obviously you Flagnard. Is that the number? Oh, Apu made a friend with the numbers. Check it out, the bounties you're so curious about. The bounties? Want to take a peek? Bro, stop playing with me, dog. There's no way. There's no way that after all that we just got in this chapter, we're also getting the bounties? It's all in there. Your updated... Oh my god. Your updated bounties and the names of those who have been newly dubbed Emperors of the Sea. Hold up. Tell me your exact position. I just said, Sakazuki-san, I'm in the sky. Be more specific. Who's that? Yo, this man's flying in like he's in Fortnite, dude. He has a silhouette. It's like... Maybe I'm just blind, dude. Hold on. And it's not gonna Sakazuki. I just Sakazuki, I'm in the sky. Be more... Sakazuki! Wait. 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 There's no way! There's only one individual that's already been revealed in the series that we have not seen yet. That is connected to the Admirals. That we haven't seen. Bro, is this Green Bull? Oh, I can see Wano up ahead. You are not to do anything unnecessary. Understand, Ryoko? It's him! Yo, Green Bull! You are not to do anything unnecessary. Understood, Ryokyu. I know already. Goodness. Green Bull himself is coming solo dolo, flying in like he's a Fortnite character. Yo, he's parachuting. My boy said, we dropping today, son. We dropping today. Nah, this man's real deal rocking a Fortnite parachute. Coming into Wano. And that's the end of the chapter. This is the second to last chapter before we... But you know what? Now I can most certainly see how Oda can wrap this up in 2 chapters. I think he did a magnificent job. Because now the next chapter is gonna have the bounties. No! And it's gonna have the newspaper that states that they are the new emperors of the sea. And the individuals, at least within Wano, know him as Joy Boy. So does that mean, are the Gorosei also going to label this man as Joy Boy? Are they going to just go straight on and just say it? Let me look at the color pages real quick. Oh, this is precious. Nah, this is precious, man. Green Bull! Yo! We've been waiting for so long, dude. We have been waiting since chapter 906. Chapter 906. And actually, now that we saw what Yamato said in this week where she was fasting, that means that Green Bull had to have taken customs from... Is Green Bull somebody we know? Is Green Bull somebody that we potentially have seen before? At the very least within Wano? Or is it, or is Green Bull going to be somebody that also believed in Odin? So, you know, Akainu obviously with his hardcore justice, right? Kizaru's just chilling. Fujitora has offered the perspective of blind justice. And now I'm really, really curious on what Green Bull is going to represent. Because that is going to show what he's going to do while he's here. While he's here in Wano. Green Bull. Yo, this chapter was awesome, man. This was a great chapter to end this off. Next week is going to be one of the best chapters ever, man. Like, all jokes aside, this week's chapter was phenomenal. You know, it really, really was, dude. Like, you start off in the... So this is the thing. Next week, we're going to have the banquet, bounties, and we're going to have the moment potentially... Oh, bro. What if next week's chapter is titled The Great Pirate Monkey D. Luffy, bro? Oh, stop playing. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. Dude, we could see Shanks next week, bro. Because we're going around the world. We're going around the world. We're going around the world next week, bro. Oh, what is happening? What in the world is happening? What is going on, dude? This week's chapter was crazy, man. So Nika has finally emerged. 2 emperors have fallen. We'll be able to cover this up. The whole world legends. And now we know that that was Green Bull who was on the way. Then here they talk about wanting to invade, and they still continue to talk about Robin. We can still have Nico, Robin, Robin wasn't in the bath scene. Was Robin in this chapter? Am I tripping, or is Robin not in this chapter? Bro. So she's got to be with the poneglyph, right? Like, so this is what I think they're trying to imply. This is what I think they're trying to imply. This is what I think they're trying to imply here. I think what Oda's trying to get us to believe is that Green Bull is coming here to capture Robin, right? Which that probably was his mission, right? Let's come here and capture Robin. But next week, I fully expect us to see a Robin poneglyph lore dump, the second part of Joy Boy's apology. And while that happens, we could have Green Bull join her there. And rather than going in and attempting to capture her, they instead, because obviously I think Green Bull's from here, is from Wano. And so if he has these direct ties to here, he's going to feel like he's going to have this sort of debt to pay off to the Straw Hat. So he's not going to capture anyone here. And I think he's going to have a direct conversation with Robin based on what she states here in the poneglyphs. Because if he has type of mindset or personality of, oh, I know already, like, my goodness, then he could be someone who joined the Marines to get information. And I'm not necessarily saying he's going to betray them or something one day, right? But if he already had the strength and he could have the protection to join the Marines, then we could be in a scenario where Green Bull is actually a good dude. Or at the very least is an individual with enough respect for people who saved his country, if he is from Wano, that he would not capture them. And I look forward to seeing how that moment's handled, and I look forward to seeing how Robin is going to communicate with him if they do both communicate with where the poneglyph is. Because you're absolutely right. That just reminded me of back in Fishman Island when we did not see Robin at the party, and we saw her, with the poneglyph with Joy Boy and the Poseidon drop and all that stuff. So it looks like now, next week's chapter is going to be absolute. Next week's chapter might have to be extra pages. We're going to have the banquet. We're going to have the potential borders of Wano opening. We're going to have the bounties. We might go around the world. Oh, bro. And we're going to end off on that? That's going to be the final chapter before a massive break? Okay. Let me go back. Let me go back and let me go back and look at some of these supers, man. Boys, this chapter was goated, man. I don't even know what to say. Hold up, man. Yo. Bro, but this is the second to last chapter, man. Dude, this was so, like, I just had so much fun reading this chapter, man. Okay. First super comes in from PK with the 10 GBP. select the stream people. Peak peacetime, baby. Love from the UK. Yo, much love to you, PK. Thank you so much for stopping by and showing love, brother. I truly appreciate you, bro. I saw that you and Hollow Sama both donated super early in the stream before we read anything, so I truly appreciate y'all, man. And the Hollow Sama comes in with a 20 and states, this chapter was packed full of greatness. Can't stay for the live stream, but I'll definitely watch it later. Keep up the awesome content, homie. One Piece greatness. No doubt, man. No doubt, bro. Like, this chapter was peak, dude. Goat, man. Then PK comes in with another 10 GBP. Thank you so much for the Hollow Sama. 12, I sleep. Recon goes live. I wake. Not a chance I'm missing this. Chapter was fire. Careful with the Energy King. Got me too hyped, and I'm not gonna sleep, bro. Yo, I mean, we can't help ourselves, man. It was just, there was so many hilarious, beautiful. Oh, Yamato will join the crew next week too, officially, bro. And we're gonna have Momo, Yamato, and Zoro. Yo, how is next week's chapter only gonna be 18 pages? I mean, technically, this week's chapter was. We got so much content within whatever was brought to us here, so it can be done. It can be done. It's just it's one chapter left until the final saga, bro. One chapter. So that means next week is gonna be our chapter 902. Next week's gonna be our final chapter of Whole Cake Island. Next week's gonna be our chapter of chapter 800, Dressrosa, or 801. I'm sorry, 801. So it's gonna be that final chapter within the arc, and then we transition into post Wano. Or I'm sorry, not post Wano. The transition arc. Woo! Thank you so much for that, PK, bro. Anime All Day TV comes in with the 2 and says, next chapter titled Emperor Straw Hat Luffy. Bro, you're so right. Like, next chapter is going to say, a great pirate Monkey D. Luffy, Emperor of the Sea Monkey D. Luffy. And if it doesn't, I can see 1054 saying it. You know, you feel me? I can honestly see 1053 ending with, whatever. They sail off, borders open, all that stuff. And Luffy sets out to sea now as an Emperor of the Sea, is probably going to say next week with Morgans, and we're going to probably get like the bounty. What is the bounty? So, oh man, I think starting from tonight, I'm just not going to get on social media. I'm not going to spoil next week's chapter. I refuse. So, please do what y'all did for this week's chapter again. Where y'all came in droves telling me spoilers are out. Please. Because next week, especially since the last chapter before a big break, I do not want to get spoiled. So please reach out to the boy. But you're absolutely right, Anime All Day TV. Like, it could be either next week's chapter or the chapter after when we come back from break. That is titled Emperor Straw Hat Luffy. And yo! Oh, man! But thank you so much for that, bro. I appreciate you. At all costs, Rafi. At all costs. Bro, avoiding 1053 spoilers at all costs. At all costs. At all costs. Alright? We better get a Shanks panel next chapter. If we get a Shanks panel next chapter, I guarantee, I'm like so 150% sure that is the final page of next week's chapter. If we get Shanks next week, that is the final panel. That is the final panel, because I can most certainly see a scenario, and Zypher brought this up whenever I was talking about the Final Saga stuff on Twitter, and he was like, what about if it ends with Shanks saying, like, now it's time for us to meet? And I could totally see that happening, right? Because you're right. If we are going around the world next week to see the reactions to Luffy becoming the Emperor of the Sea, then what better? We know we're going to see Shanks, and that's why I think Luffy's going to sail out. What I think's going to happen, y'all, real talk, y'all remember when we saw Roger sail the first time in the Odin flashback, and he had the title of Great Pirate in his Oda box? What I think next week's chapter is going to have is at the end of the chapter, or towards the end of the chapter, we're probably going to get Luffy's bounty. I don't know if it's going to be at the beginning or the end. But when we do get Luffy's Oda box, because I'm going to assume Kid and Law are going to have Oda boxes stating Emperor of the Sea, whatever, and all that stuff, right? But for Luffy, it might not just be Emperor of the Sea. It legitimately could say Emperor of the Sea / Great Pirate, or Great Pirate Monkey D. Luffy. And then all you need to give us is a panel of Shanks smirking. We know what that means. We know Shanks when we come back is incoming. Like legit, right? So fire, Lost Marimo. So fire. As one of the biggest ZKK dudes, though, how embarrassing. Yo, don't ever be embarrassed of a theory being wrong, man. Don't ever be embarrassed. Yo, listen. With all of the plausible and evidence and all that stuff, yo, anytime that a theory is deconfirmed, just take it as Oda breaking ankles. Just take it as Oda providing something that was his vision and not y'all's, right? That's all you need to take it as. And, because, listen, if it would have happened, that also would have been peak, you feel me? So, don't ever be ashamed of your theories, man. Don't ever be ashamed of your theories. No matter how they may be. Imagine next arc is Straws invade Marijoa, please. Oh, bro, I mean, if you think about it, that is a very likely scenario if Sabo's captured. That is a very likely scenario if Sabo's captured. You feel me? Momo says you need to hide in a bunker to not get spoiled next week. I'm going to hide in a bunker. Y'all are not going to hear from me or see me. I'm just going to be uploading content. That's basically what I did this week. Was just upload, and unfortunately, like now, I'm gonna have an opportunity to look at the comments for the last week's worth of videos after this, after I finish here. But next week, I'm gonna have to take super precautions because it's the final chapter before break. And I remember when I read chapter 597, and if we're going to get another chapter 597 here next week, all of us need to spread. Unless you read spoilers, if you read spoilers, that's your thing, that's you. But for individuals who do not want to get spoiled, as early as possible, just do not look at anything. Because Luffy's bounty, I don't care what it is. I don't care if Luffy's bounty is 3 to 10, right? Whatever Luffy's bounty is, I promise that number is going to be trending. I promise. Whatever Luffy's bounty is, that number is going to be trending. So do not look at your trending pages, at any of that stuff, right? Just don't look on YouTube, don't look at any. Because those numbers are going to be trending. If we real deal get bounties next week. I promise that. I promise that, bro. It's going to be nuts. Because this might be Luffy's final bounty before Laugh Tale. So if his final bounty has to be massive, if this is Luffy's final bounty, barring that we do not get another bounty increase after Elbaf. If we get another bounty increase after Elbaf, then this is probably going to be on the lower side. If this is the final bounty increase before we head to Laugh Tale, Luffy's bounty might be the largest in the entire series. Dead serious. It really could be, like y'all were telling me before, 5.6 billion. It really could. And so, like I said, just be careful out there, man. Be careful. Like I said, I'm hitting that bunker. I am hitting that bunker. I am hitting that bunker, man. Yonko Law with a crew worse than the Gifters. Yo, Lazy Mofo's dead serious though, bro. Like we have to give Law a higher bounty increase than anyone here besides Luffy, right? Actually, because look, you guys gotta look, this man Law was really doing it solo. Where was his crew? His crew was taking up fodder screen time over there with Hyogoro and the rest of them. And I love me some Hyogoro the Flower, and they were putting in work. More work than Beppo, that's for sure. If y'all want to sit here and say those randoms that have more screen time than Shanks, the guy with the pink hair, and all those individuals that we keep seeing in the anime for the Ice Oni episodes, those individuals did more than Law's crew. So Law better get a big bounty increase just for that. People in sports always give oh man, Tom Brady did it with nothing. LeBron took the Cavs to the finals with absolutely nothing. And if you guys want to keep that same energy for that, then Law better get the biggest bounty increase we could ever imagine. Because my boy put on an NBA Finals masterclass with nothing. Nothing. Nothing, bro. And I love Beppo and Shachi, right? I love the boys. But they ain't do nothing. They ain't do nothing. Alright? Chapters like these are my favorites, no doubt. 1053 is going to be so crazy. And like Dre says, the 1 month break after all these hype weeks is going to be so heavy. So, while I have a lot of y'all here, my thought process going into the break, there's a lot of stuff that I've written down in the notebook that I want to do that week, or those weeks. The first one, the one that I know for sure I want to do, and I might replace the afterthoughts depending on how crazy. I mean, next chapter's gonna be so crazy. I'm gonna want to do an afterthoughts, but the following week, for sure, I want to do like a final saga predictions, because it's gonna be based on what happens in next week's chapter, right? Because let's just say, hypothetical situation, if Green Bull comes in and captures Nico Robin next week, that changes my entire predictions for the final saga. And so it all depends on next week's chapter. And I also have to give massive props to Oda, because I real deal thought the consequences of Gear 5th and the Dead Man's Game, and then going right back, taking the steroid and fighting King, I thought that was going to keep Zoro and Luffy out for much longer. But I have to give massive shout out to the individuals in the comments who kept telling me that it's not going to be as long as we think, because Luffy and Zoro are much stronger now. Not only just much stronger, but their will, right? Their will to live, obviously, is going to surpass all of that. And so I have to give massive shout out to the individuals in the comment section who were adamant about that, for sure. Yeah, HT is spitting facts. I feel bad for anime onlys. I feel really, really bad for anime onlys, man. Like, they really might get spoiled with this. If this next chapter is, I think next week's chapters could be as big as 1044. Especially, if next week's chapter has Luffy officially being declared an emperor, a great pirate, it has Shanks, it's Luffy's bounty, we see potentially what happened with Sabo, we find out something crazy about the lore of One Piece with the Poneglyph, with Robin, with Nika, Joy Boy, the second part of the apology. If all of that's in one chapter, then by Flagnards, this is going to be a 1044 level chapter, right? Like, this is going to be a chapter that's going to be all over the place. And so, man, my hearts and prayers go out to the anime onlys out there, as always. Andres Gonzalez comes in and says, Barney's are going to be awesome, but it feels strange the next chapter will really be the last one of Wano. And so, Andres Gonzalez, before this chapter, I felt the exact same way. But after this week's chapter, I can see it. I can see it. The thing is, I think that next week's chapter, if it's not going to have more pages than usual, if it flows the way this week's chapter goes, and we know how much Oda can put information on the pages, I think it can happen. Or we just don't leave Wano next week. We end off on the banquet. Maybe the banquet, as the dawn rises in the back, is how we end next week's chapter. Maybe we don't leave Wano next week. Maybe leaving Wano, maybe we're still in Wano when the final saga starts. Like, as we head into the final saga, that's when we leave Wano. Because if Oda's playing this the way I think he's playing this, when we get back from hiatus, and Luffy's an emperor and potentially some time passes, then we're going to have a Return to Sabaody Part 2 scenario happening. And what's going to make that even more insanely hype is if we do not directly come back with the Straw Hats at the very beginning of that chapter. Because let's just say we don't get Sabo next week. We get Sabo when we come back, and we see certain things happening around the world. Then we finish off the chapter with the Straw Hats being recognized as they disembark somewhere. So let's just say we don't even see the Straw Hats, right? It's a Return to Sabaody scenario. Or maybe we just see Luffy. We see like Luffy with in the very first page is like Luffy with the coat, the hat, great pirate Monkey D. Luffy Oda box, right? And then we don't see it for the rest of the chapter. But then we finish the chapter with the Thousand Sunny disembarking, and everyone's losing their minds. Like, yo, that's the Yonko Monkey D. That's Yonko Big Goat Luffy. And so you get all that hype. You get a Return to Sabaody thing where you don't see their new designs. You don't see how much time has passed. You, of course, next week will probably get the confirmation of Jinbei, of course, signing on with the banquet drink, and with Yamato potentially too. So it's like there's a lot of different potential possibilities there. But I do think that we are going to get a Return to Sabaody-like scenario where the Straw Hats are going to be reintroduced once again in just such a GOAT way. I can see that happening. But if it doesn't happen, then it's because Oda is focusing more on the events happening around the world. Because it would just be so dope. Like, we enter an island, Big Goat Monkey D? What's going on? Yes, Izzy and Thing. Facts. Yamato goatness. Yo, Oda's my goat, man. Oda's my goat. Luffy was already written up in the papers, 5th Emperor. Law and Kid will be the next 2, for sure. For sure. And that's why I think Luffy's not... We already got the 5th Emperor title. That's why I think the title with Luffy, maybe not next chapter, but the following chapter, is going to be Great Pirate. Because we've already gotten the 5th Emperor of the Sea tag. Now what's beyond that is what Shanks is waiting for, which is the Great Pirate tag. And that's why I think we're about to get the Great Pirate tag, and we already know he's an Emperor. We already know he's an Emperor. If my man took out Kaido, what is he? He's got to be an Emperor, you feel me? So I feel like Law... Now, I'm so curious. We might actually... Before the next chapter comes out, and for this video, I'm not looking at the comments. I already have notifications. I've had notifications off, y'all, since like chapter 1030s. I've had notifications off on like all things for a long time. For a long time, right? Because there's just no risks. Especially early on in the year when stuff was popping off, I was taking no risks, and I just kept it off since then. But I'm really thinking about making a video on what I think the bounties are going to be, because I think it's an interesting discussion. And let me know if y'all think it's an interesting discussion, because I would love to make this video. In regards, this might even be the afterthoughts. Actually, this might be the afterthoughts us discussing this bounty possibility, because I think Zoro, Sanji, and Yamato... Maybe not Yamato in regards to Yamato hasn't joined the crew officially yet, and she hasn't left yet. But I think Zoro and Sanji are going to be a bill minimum. These are the wings of the king, right? So they're a bill minimum a bill. Robin is interesting. If Robin has not been captured next week, I think she might get a massive bounty increase. I think this might be Robin's biggest bounty. I think Robin might have the biggest bounty increase we've ever seen in the entire series, based on how important she is right now. I think Robin's bounty could skyrocket, right? It's going to be crazy. So, if Robin does not get captured next chapter, she could potentially have the highest, one of the highest bounties. Luffy, to me, is the most interesting in regards to Zoro and Sanji. I have a feeling they're going to be a bill plus. Kid and Law, I consider both being in the 2s. What's going to be interesting with Luffy is the Joy Boy Nika thing. Because if they want to still keep it under wraps, do they really put this man at the highest possible bounty? They can. He took out Kaido, and they can still keep the name Joy Boy under wraps. Oh, instant messenger, Sama! Instant messenger, Sama, dude! No! Wait! Oh, my camera! My camera! What happened to my camera? What happened to my camera? Yo, Sama knocked out my camera. It was too much. It was too much. It was too much. Yo, instant messenger Sama said, that's it. That's enough. Emu said, that is enough. That's enough, yo. That is enough. That's enough, yo. Oh, man. But legit though, bro, yo, when we get a conversation, because I firmly do believe that Dragon and Instant Messenger Sama are about to have this confrontation. I the way I picture it in my head, this is my thing in terms of, I would love for us to cut back to the Kamabaka Kingdom, and we see every one of the revolutionaries there except for Dragon and Sabo. And then we do not know where Dragon is. And the final chapter of post-Wano transition arc, whatever that is Instant Messenger Sama being confronted by Dragon. And that is what kickstarts the final saga, because that is going to be the declaration of war by Dragon, saying, yo, you've gone far too, way too far now, player. And that's the way I've always seen the final saga starting off, is because of Dragon and Im Sama's confrontation. With that being said, I do think Im is not only going to talk about Nika to Dragon, but he's also going to... We're finally going to get a bit of insight into what Dragon's tattoo means. Because Nika's probably... Or, Im is probably going to be like, yo, that tattoo, I haven't seen that thing in 800 years. And that's going to give us a bit of insight in terms of Dragon's tattoo is going to have a far bigger connection to not necessarily to Nika for sure, but to that entire era more than Zunisha. Yo, Zunisha too. Oh, next week's chapter. Okay, you know what, man? It's been a while, Dragon, my beloved Dragon. Yo, I would go nuts. Could you imagine that, Mariko? It's like, my beloved Dragon. My beloved Ryu. Ryu. He's like, yo. Real talk. I can see a scenario where, yo. I'm calling it right now, next week's chapter might give us our first look at the OG Joy Boy. Because now that I think about it, what better time to give us just one small little panel, a silhouette of what Joy Boy looked like if we were to get it from either Robin's Poneglyph lore dump or from Zunisha. And it would be kind of like I was talking about the afterthoughts last time, the Roger and Rayleigh Straw Hat scene. Except with Zunisha and Joy Boy. And we're not going to see him. We're not going to see Joy Boy until the Void Century flashback. But I do think that it's about time we start getting a Joy Boy silhouette. You feel me? So... Oh, man, yo. So, Ogo Balaran says, imagine if Shanks meets up with Dragon to talk about the government. If they do that, if we get both of Luffy's popses, like both of his pops coming in there like swimwear, that would be the goatest meeting Conqueror's hockey scene of all time, man. No, Snoopy, I got that. But we're going around the world next week. Or at least I'm assuming that we're going around the world next week. And so with us going around the world, if we're going to see Shanks, then and we see everybody's reactions, then I think the reaction that we're definitely going to see is Zunisha. Or Zunisha's going to be like, yo, he's a lot like you, Joy Boy. You know, and he'll think back to Joy Boy after seeing that, you know, what Luffy did. Chapter will end with Green Bull starting the Reverie flashback. Oh, Black Archer. That would be insane, dude. The chapter ends and Green Bull is starting the Reverie flashback? Dog. That would be crazy, man. Yo, Chris, bro, you called it, man. You called it. Admiral coming in. And the fact that it's Green Bull, of all of the characters, insane. Grand Fleet coming back soon. Adam Cox, I think Luffy's going to be placed in a scenario in the final arc where his Vivre card is going to be so close to banishing that that's when the Grand Fleet moves. Because Grand Fleet, of course, having his Vivre card, when all that stuff starts popping off, either something's gonna happen with him to where they're gonna have to go rescue him or aid him in some type of way. He might even be alone for a certain part of the final arc, where he's not gonna have the rest of the crew. He's gonna have to rely on an impelled down type of crew again, and that's where I think the Grand Fleet's gonna come in. And also within that final war, yo, Luffy's gonna pop up like Whitebeard in the final war, except rather than Whitebeard, you know, coming in with all the fleet, it's gonna be Luffy coming with his entire Grand Fleet, Usopp bringing in the Tontadas and the Giants. Oh, that's gonna be peak, man. That's gonna be peak, dude. Yo, Izzy and Thing Facts, rest in peace, Izzo. What a goat. What a goat. Yo, Michael Mickles coming in with a membership for 6 months. Kingdom of Peak Fiction. Thank you so much for that, Michael, bro. I appreciate you, man. The hiatus had me bummed, but your bit about this chapter really helped. Robin is discovering more lore right now, so we're getting epic reveal, no doubt, man. Green Bull plus bounties equals possible chapter of the year. And that's crazy, Michael, because 1044 is arguably my favorite chapter, maybe even ever. That 1044 experience is unrivaled. It is unrivaled. And to know we're about to get another experience like that, but in a different way, where this is going to be the craziest post-arc chapter ever. Ever. You feel me? This is going to take us into a time skip, man. Like, or at least like a 1 month break. Like, it's going to be insane. But yo, I feel you though, bro. Like, the hiatus really, it had me so emotional throughout the entire week where I was like, I don't even know what to do. I was like, yo, it feels so crazy. But I'm glad the chapter and the reaction was able to help, man. Because no, you're absolutely right. Like, the Robin stuff next week's gonna be great. The Green Bull and Bounty stuff. We're finally gonna get to see Green Bull next week, man. And the bounties, dude. Like, yo, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. Yo, my boy Laz. Yo, listen, Laz, bro. My ACL right now, the ankles, they have me on the Kenny Omega treatment right now. You feel me? Like, when the 1 month hiatus happens, I'm gonna be like Omega. I'm gonna be like Kenny Omega, son. Y'all ain't gonna see me for a minute. No, well, y'all gonna see me, just not One Piece. To One Piece, I'm gonna be Kenny Omega, right? Like, this chapter was nuts, dude. This chapter was nuts. Yo, Laz, as a Yamato tard, you know what? Save that. Save that. You and Silva have to get together. Maybe even tonight. Maybe even tonight we might have to do an emergency call and just talk about this. This is crazy. We won. We won, bro. We won. We won, yo. We won, man. Bro, honestly, Laz, the reason why I say tonight is I feel like starting from Saturday, Sunday, both of us are going to have to hide in a bunker. And not just you and me. Everyone who does not want to get spoiled has to get off of everything. Everything. Like, insane. Insane, man. Crazy. Oda comes back before we time skip. Seriously, bro. And like, it's going to be an insane time when Oda comes back. Like, I'm so ready, man. I'm so ready. It's after literally everything, bro. Like, yo, Chris, it's crazy because the past couple of this entire week, you, me, Adrian, all of us, we've been having these discussions about what this chapter could potentially have and all that stuff. And it's like, this chapter went way beyond what I initially thought it was going to have, personally, even with all the discussions that we had. Because I didn't see the Marijoa happening. I did not see us skipping 7 days, like a time skip happening this week. I did not see Luffy and Zoro waking up. I did not see Green Bull showing up. I know we talked about the possibility of a Marine or somebody popping up, but Green Bull and Admiral? And Admiral? Like, bro, this week's chapter was just, it took every expectation that I went into this week's chapter having, and it just blew it all out of the water. Because I was like, what is going on? I didn't expect Luffy and Zoro to wake up until we got back from the time skip. Like, until we got back from the hiatus. I was like, no, they're not waking up. Starting off a chapter in the Marijoa it's not healthy. It's not healthy. It is not healthy, man. Coach Oda went hard this chapter. It's truly Snoop. Truly. Yo, Young, man, no worries, brother. Reaction will be up ASAP. I'll probably end the stream here in a little bit. And the reaction will be up right after that, man. It was a crazy... Tonight, I couldn't give a notice. I couldn't do anything. Like I said, I've been told to steer clear since, like, Sunday. So the moment that I was told this chapter was gold, I was like, dog, I set up everything and immediately pressed the button. As a matter of fact, I was so nervous because knowing that there's 2 chapters left until we enter this 1 month break, I went into this chapter so nervous, bro. Like, the nerves were, I couldn't explain it. I was so nervous, dude. And so, I couldn't even type, alright? Like, I got this One Piece Chapter 1052 live reaction title up by, like, God's mercy, because it's crazy. It's crazy, man. And so, I couldn't put out the notice. I just hoped and prayed that the notifications went out, and I'm so glad that a bunch of people got notifications. That's awesome. No, there's only 1 more chapter left, Languaris. There's only 1 more chapter left in... are you talking about, like, 3 chapters left in Wano? No, the 1053 is the final chapter before the hiatus. 1054 is going to be the first chapter back from hiatus, because I believe the hiatus lasts from June 25th, or... what was it? June 28th? It's June something until July 25th. And so the last opportunity we would have to get a chapter was going to be next week's chapter. Before that. No, Young, I feel you. And that's the thing. That's why I think next week's chapter is going to be so crazy. Because it's like we had this 1053 stuff, and we have no idea what takes place after that. All we know is the final saga starts there. That's the only context we have. Yo, Laz, you're telling me. I didn't even notice, Laz. I did not even notice, Laz, until I went back, because after I read the chapter, right, go back, see, just make sure I process everything, and Robin wasn't in the bat scene. I was like, wait, what? I was like, whoa. So, I'm also scared for Robin, but at the same time, I think Oda's pulling one on us. I don't think she's in immediate danger, but I do believe this is going to have consequences in regards to if Robin is not captured next week. Then, because look at it this way, right? Green Bull, let's just say that Green Bull has been fasting this entire time for Wano's sake in the same way that Yamato was doing for Luffy and Zoro's sake. So let's just say that Green Bull was fasting this entire time for that reason, and now he no longer has to fast because Wano's been liberated. And so now in the banquet, Green Bull will be able to eat for the first time in 20 years or something, right? Something crazy. You know, One Piece characters, right? So it'll be the first time we'll be able to eat in a long time. Or at least the first time we'll be able to eat in, not in 20 years, but like since the last time he did this. Which I'm going to assume he's probably done this several times if this is the route we're going. So if Green Bull, like Yamato in this chapter, was fasting for Wano, then he's coming here with good intentions, is going to probably have a conversation with Robin. But like I said, there's one of 2 things. Either he comes in, yoinks Robin, or Robin's going to be good. But if Robin is good regardless, that bounty increase is going to be massive for Robin, man. She's going to be the most important character from here on out. Every crew's going to want her. She's the last person to read the poneglyphs? Nah, man. And of course, until Pudding. So now when Big Mom returns, goes back to Whole Cake. So maybe not in 1053, but I do expect in the stretch from 1054 until the next arc, that post-arc stuff, entering into the final saga, I fully expect us to see the aftermath of what happened with Big Mom, what happened with Kaido. Well, Kaido's a maybe, because I feel like Kaido's going to pop up in the final war for sure, but we might not necessarily see him until then. But so Kaido's a maybe that we see him in the post-arc, in the transition arc. Big Mom, I think, is a guarantee with this cover story. We're going to see Big Mom go back to Whole Cake Island, Pudding, maybe having a weaken the third eye, will not be able to read poneglyphs. And then that's where we're heading there. But let me get some water real quick. With Kaido's case, I'm not entirely sure. I'm not sold on the fact that we'll see him next chapter. Or soon. As a matter of fact. I am your father. Imagine that, GoldenEye. I am your father. Greenville about to tell Zoro he's his father. There's a reason Oda has it is designed. I mean, if Greenville is Zoro's father, that's going to be a beautiful day, man. We're finally going to get lore on Zoro and his pops as an Admiral. That would be a beautiful day, man. Yo, Wheezy Bird, so chapter 1054. So is that unofficially or officially? Because I know One Piece Day is going to drop 22-23, and I believe July 23rd to the 22nd, 23rd. But the chapter I think comes on 25th, right? So unofficially on One Piece Day, the chapter drops for us, right? Which would mean that week on One Piece Day, we're getting, like I said, video game news, anime news, movie news, manga news, and I'm getting the chapter? Yo, our bellies are about to be full, man. Full, son. Full. Oda about to go on a chapter decade streak to the end of the story. Yo, Laz. From this, honestly, from here, from where we're at now, until One Piece Fiend is going to be nothing but peak fiction. And it has been for 1,052 chapters, right? But I'm talking going beyond peak. I'm talking, you remember how they were shook when Goku said, I'm going to go even further beyond? That's how shook we're about to be when we come back from hiatus. Because when we come back from hiatus, we're going to start getting more questions and more answers. Like, it's time for more answers than questions. We're here. And if Oda's taking a hiatus to restructure this final saga, in terms of, or not restructure, but to make sure, like, structure's good, I've got my stuff, I'm good to go. He's going to show off scrapped ideas with the Road to Laugh Tale stuff, which tells me that in his mind, he already has a lot of stuff that's going to take place here. Then it's like, man, non-stop peak until the end of the story, bro. And it's something we all knew. In Oda's case, the thing he was most excited for was for the final chapter, and to me, because of the difference between the Japanese language and the English language, I've always believed final chapter means final saga, or final arc. So Oda's always been so excited to draw the grand finale of One Piece. And so that starts with 1054, and it's going to be nuts, man. It's going to be nuts. 25th anniversary of the series, and it's going to be better than it ever has been before. It's going to be crazy. Oh, it's the official. Okay, I got you. Yo, Bar M! Joining the Kingdom of Santa hats, dude. I truly appreciate you, brother. Momo finally getting decked by Nami was so satisfying. A decade of payoff from that joke. Yo, seriously, though, you're right. I forgot about that with all the craziness happening in this chapter. You're absolutely right. Like, he got decked, and we got the Hiyori dropkick scene. So Momonosuke got clapped in both cheeks. He got the Nami happiness punch, the wrong happiness punch in his case. And then we got the Hiyori dropkick, which, hey, Hiyori would give Okada a run for his money. Ain't that right, Les? With her dropkick. Oh, could you imagine Monkey D. Goku? He just comes in and he just starts poning the supernovas like he's Zoro. Goat Luffy 97. Oh, I love her profile picture, bro. It's from the poster, right? The film right poster. Just read the chapter, made it here. This is another 10 out of 10 chapter. Oda Betas on the bounty to save us all from a heart attack. No, next week's chapter is going to be, like I was telling them earlier, Goat Luffy, like, yo, everybody should stay off social media next week. Everyone. It's gonna be nuts, man. It's gonna be so peak. This feels just like posting his lobby, no question. It really does, yo. And it's like the best post in his lobby, right? Because now, rather than Luffy's bounty increasing heavily, this is the payoff to so many chapters worth of content, and this is gonna be the final post arc until the final saga, man. Like, the stuff we're about to get, starting from next week onward, is gonna be nuts. I mean, technically this week onward. Okada's a Kazuki descendant. That's facts. That's hard facts. What I'm hearing is Oda is training with Michael Jeffrey Jordan this offseason for The Last Dance. I'm here for it. Yo, Oda's Last Dance is going to be the greatest documentary of all time. You feel me? Man's going to be putting on bangers every single night. Honestly, Ogo, the way I see it is, and I've experimented with this in attempting to taking on this journey of writing a story, right? A lot of stuff that I scrapped early on, I used way later. With Oda, like I was saying earlier, because I think he has so much of the final saga in his mind, and so many ideas have come from them, because we know how Oda is. He gets a lot of new ideas, implements them. That's why his arcs are so long. But with the scrapped ideas, I feel like even within those scrapped ideas, we're still going to see some of them come back just out of the fact that those ideas came from his brain. Like, those ideas are going to take shape in some way, shape, or form, whether it be in One Piece or whatever series he writes after One Piece. Because that's just the way creativity works. We always go back to something that we thought of before with a different spin on it. And so potentially, let's just say, for an example, right? Let's just say he thought of two characters meeting to finish this arc. Maybe in Oda's mind when he first started the series, he was like, Shanks and Blackbeard were going to meet at the end of Wano. And so he tells us that. Like in the Road to Laugh Tale, Shanks and Blackbeard were going to meet in post Wano. Then, when we get to when Shanks and Blackbeard actually confront each other, we're going to understand why he scrapped that idea. You feel me? I feel like it's going to be a lot of that type of stuff. Maybe not to that extent, because I feel like the Shanks-Blackbeard thing is going to keep under wraps, but you catch my drift. Like, maybe something that he thought of doing earlier is going to get pushed to later, and stuff like that. That's the type of stuff I'm expecting. Because scrapped ideas-wise, this is Oda we're talking about, right? Like, he has way too many ideas. Way too many ideas. Yeah, seriously, man. That's the wonderful thing, right? Like, I love Wano, without a doubt. The most fun I've ever had reading an arc weekly. But the fact that it's over now just goes to show the craziness about to take place from this point onward. Like, he can do whatever he wants. And now that we're no longer going from point A to point B, point A to point B, it feels like this first transition arc, going from here to the next arc, it's going to be like a Skypiea again. Where we can go wherever we want. We're going to be relying on Nami to take us to the next island, whatever it may be, the next transition. And I know we've talked about it in multiple different podcasts and stuff, about Elbaf potentially being like a Jaya, a Zoe, where Elbaf is not really a really long arc, but it's actually like a transitional arc. That's a very popular thing that's been stated here on our side of the community, and I can see that being the case. But if it's not Elbaf, then the next transitional arc is probably going to be us going to some random island. And that'll be the first time we've done that since Punk Hazard. And I think that's really, really cool. The fact that we can start from a brand new slate, rely on Nami's navigation skills, hopefully Yamato will be with us, and Luffy and Yamato are like, yo, over there's something dope. Let's go. And it's going to be great. Is that the Way of Kings I see there? Just started reading it, so good. It really is, Krish. It really, really is. Shout out to the Way of Kings. Brandon Sanderson is a fantastic storyteller. I need to continue so that I can continue on with like the Stormlight Archive and stuff. I got the Mistborn series all down here. That's the one that I consumed before that. That really got me interested in Brandon Sanderson's works. Izzy and Thing comes in with a 10. Shout out to Izzy and Thing. Thank you for all the video and shout outs. No, of course, man. Of course. Luffy Goat and Yamato Greatness. Yeah, Zoro, Chopper should just be brother, man. Yo, Zoro and Chopper. Chopper is his son. Chopper is his son, yo. Next chapter, good luck staying off. Final Saga, here we go. Let's enjoy this. Izzy said it better than I ever could. Final Saga, let's go, man. Let's go. And honestly, I feel like Kitadani is probably going to come back to do the... You know how he did the 3 openings, without the remixes, of course. Like, We Are, We Go, and then Over the Top. In regards to those with signal, especially We Are and We Go, Over the Top he did it, it's an amazing opening, but We Are and We Go, they signal a restart, a refresh. I feel like we're about to get that next one for after Wano in the anime. So after all this stuff airs, Kitadani is probably going to come back and give us another opening. Like We Are, like We Go, to start off this final saga. Or we might just have We Are. Like we could have like a version of the We Are episode 1000, give us that, and I would be fine with that. I love We Are. But I think we'll probably be getting another version of that at the end. But, nah, man. Yeah, good, in terms of, like, next chapter, good luck staying off. Trust me, I'm going to hide in a bunker next week. Y'all ain't seeing me. Like I said, I'm going to upload I'm gonna push out videos. I already have videos ready to go. Like the Kingdom reactions, they're ready to go. I'm just gonna push them. Like I said, I already have notifications off. Y'all ain't seeing me until the next chapter reaction, right? Like after a certain point. One Piece is legit gonna be the talk of manga every week now. Wheezy Bird knows crazy, and I'm in the One Piece community, so it always feels that way, especially for big chapters. But specifically since chapter 1000, not even only 1000, I go back to 903, and the Sabo and Gear 4th before that. Like there's certain chapters that go into like they start spoiling anime only. So that's how you know it's big. The Gear 5th reveal, I feel like we're about to get multiples of those in regards to how huge it's going to be, just based on how much bigger One Piece has gotten, that it's going to get into the more mainstream conversation. Where we already see One Piece trending every week, but Gear 5th was different. Gear 5th was when like Shanks showed up in chapter 907, and Sabo showed up in chapter 731, and it was everywhere. Like you could not escape it. Once that chapter released, it was everywhere. And so it's going to end up being a situation where we're going to get so much of that, especially starting off the Final Saga and then heading into it, Final War, all the answers being revealed. Like, we're going to get so many of those, especially if the live-action adaptation is good, and we get even more fans. It's going to be nuts. Nuts, Wheezy Bird. But yo, Izzy and Things, thank you so much for the 10, dog. I truly appreciate you. One Piece will reach its peak now in the Final Saga, no doubt. That's confirmed. That's confirmed. Zoe was an awesome marksman. Elbaf would be very fun. Agreed, Morgan. Agreed. Someone please give Yama to the Supermax. Laz, during last week's chapter, I was screaming. Brooke went up my favorite Straw Hats list after last week's chapter. And he what? No, Brooke is my scout. Brooke and Sanji and Robin were my goats last week. I was like, yo, they wanted to give her the Supermax. And I was like, yes. They understand. They see the vision. They see the vision. They see the vision. They see the vision, man. I'm a camp in the woods for a week. Me too, Lost Mario. Take me with you, dog. Yo, Pluto. He says, I just got caught up to your Kingdom reactions. Love the journey. It's time for a bloodbath. Oh, yo, Town Wild Goatness. Nah, yeah. Thank you for watching those, man. The Kingdom reactions, those are always so much fun to do because the series is so great. But, excuse me, there's certain series that are fantastic, but aren't reaction worthy. If you know what I mean, like, or at least for me, I don't enjoy reading them on camera as much as I do others. Like, there's a lot of series that I really love that I just do not enjoy doing videos on or reactions to. The stuff that I really, really love. But Kingdom like Toriko, like One Piece, it really gets the blood going. Like, Kingdom gets me mad hype, man. I love me some Kingdom. And so it's always a good time reading those, and I'm glad that you enjoyed the journey. That's super dope. Shout out to Pluto, man. One Piece hasn't peaked yet? Absolutely. It has not peaked yet, Momo. No doubt. Support the live action? Oh, we are, Giengert. No question. I can't wait for the trailer to drop. I'm super excited. Yo, somebody earlier, I caught my eye while I was talking. I couldn't see it, but yo, you're right about the Nami Twin Tails thing, man. Listen. Good out here. Good out here. They better not have gotten Robin. Luffy will go Gomu Gomu no Castle on them. Yo, if they took Robin, we're storming the Marijoa. It's as simple as that. We're storming the Marijoa. We're storming the Marijoa. We're not letting anyone take Robin ever again. Ever again, yo. Ever again. So I think Apu joins Kid and Drake joins Law. That goes on with the big Law sword theory, right? I can definitely see that. Jinbei almost pulled a Jerry Krause, and I was ready to whip out the belt like Scotty. Yo, you spin, dude. I was like, and I understand. Jinbei was being the voice of reason while Zoro was down, right? But it's like, Jinbei, not in that case, man. You just gotta let it slide, baby. You just gotta let it slide. Gotta let it slide, man. Shout out to Jinbei. Shout out to my boy. You covered my two favorite series, Kingdom and Goat Piece. Both Goat series. Both Goat series, man. One Piece is at the tippity top of the mountain, but only halfway up, baby. It's facts. That's hard facts, yeah.
Coalition arc versus Western Zao arc greatness, dude. That arc was phenomenal. Yo, both of those arcs, absolutely legendary. If Robin is captured, Luffy should put Kaido out of the volcano and ride him into the... Whoa, that would be nuts. You know how hype that'd be? Dog, I almost spilled my water, you saying that. Goodness gracious. I want to know about Kuma's motives and why he's supposed to be guinea pig. Facts. Me too, yo. Honestly. Me too. And I think we're going to get... Oda's given us too much, and he put that in chapter 108, which is such an important chapter. That's a chapter he knows we'd revisit. So we're going to get some more on that. Jewelry Bonnie, all that stuff for sure. 1051 is the perfect Ishitani chapter. Great potential to elevate this to the heaven. 1052 would be awesome as well. Honestly, Momo, I think Ishitani is going to do 1044. Just based on... But you're right. 1051 is definitely an Ishitani chapter. But I think she's going to do 1044. Because it has the right balance of amazing action sequences, but just insane stuff going down. Where, like, with great direction, that could be the greatest episode of all time. You feel me? But you're right. GoldenEye 21, yo, good night, brother. Good night, Coach. Currently visiting family for a month, and it's currently 2 a.m. here. One Piece is to go. Good night, chat. Yo, everybody say good night, GoldenEye. Shout out to GoldenEye for staying up to 2 a.m. to read the peak fiction, yo. I truly appreciate you, fam. Gold Luffy says Green Bull pulled up, and I'm all kinds of scared for what he's gonna do. Me too, man. We probably, you're right. We probably might get a massive cliffhanger. If we don't, then that means that Green Bull is just a good dude, right? But honestly, we might just get a cliffhanger regardless. But it's gonna be a cliffhanger. If Oda's going on break, it is gonna be a cliffhanger. There's no doubt. There's no doubt. Punk Hazard wasn't Nami's log post skills. It was Luffy being Luffy. No, I got that. But what I'm saying is that it was still the adventure. It was the adventure of like, oh, we're gonna go to this island, this island, this island, and it's our choice, not us following a certain path. And that was the first island since Punk Hazard. Since we specifically went on a whim to go on an adventure on an island, you feel me? Whereas like up until now, it's been like mission. That's gonna be our first time in a while. So the next transition arc, or the following arc, the little small arc we're about to get, it's gonna be really dope. Because, like I said, we're gonna be able to have all of us, the whole crew together, first time in a minute, sailing off together, and that's gonna be really cool to see. Luffy using Momo to fight Amari Jones would be insane. That would be insane. That would be one of the most goatest moments of all time, yo. Of all time. Green Bull Zoro's father, green hair. I'll take it. I'll take it. Like I said earlier, I'll take it. Ishitani Sky Lanterns. It would be so beautiful, Pluto. So beautiful. The cliffhanger we'll have is like Zoro at the end of the bark. It's going to be rough, dude. We're going to be, like, non-One Piece fans going to be like, yo, what's good? Like, yo, nothing happened. Nothing happened. Nothing happened. Alright? Nothing happened. Nothing happened. It's gonna be crazy, bro. Izo is a great character. Izo is... Shout out. Izo and Ashura Doji. Goats. Goats, yo. Goats. Truly, man. Legends, yo. I didn't think Ashura died. I like when I read those chapters, I was like, no, there's no way Ashura died. But Ashura died and Izo. But the way that Izo went out is what really made it sad, man. Like, Izo didn't have to do it. But Izo did it for the dub. And it's like, yo, shout out to Izo. Shout out to Izo. Hawkins very loyal to Kaido, even he knows Kaido will die, but he's still on Kaido's side. Definitely. But I think he will end up switching sides here at the end. And I'm very curious on King, right? Because we know, based on, hypothetical situation, we see Kaido transition arc, or in post Wano. I'm going to assume we see King, or King with him. But King is very interesting because not only is he a Lunarian, but his connection to Joy Boy is fascinating to me. King right now is an outlier, but based on how Oda was paralleling King and Zoro, I'm not sure if King will leave Kaido's side. So I'm curious on how that plays out. I'm curious. He's looking off the bench to give it all. Yo, Izo had the best come off the bench game of all time. Straight up. My dude, gotta sleep 3 a.m. here. Yo, shout out to Lost Marimo. Have a good night, man. I'm gonna be wrapping up here soon as well. But yo, cheers, man. Another day of greatness. Another day of greatness. Yo, Kev DOG, what's good, brother? It says so many people called Hawkins a bum for the cards, so I'm curious to see how the community thinks of him after this chapter. Yo, shout out to the Yu-Gi-Oh cards, but that plot twist really shocked me. Where I was like, because the whole time we were like, yo, it's gonna be Luffy or Zoro, or Law, or somebody like that, and then the anime dropped that Drake thing. We're like, oh, it's Drake, and it was Hawkins himself all along. Like that was crazy. Insane. But you know, some Green Bull flying rivals, Kuzin's bike controls of weirdness. Every Admiral has to be weird, you know. Every One Piece character is weird, but especially the Admirals. Facts, yo. Luffy and Yamato bathing like Roger and Odin. It was a great parallel. Hey, she's joining. Yamato's joining, right? Yamato's joining. But yo, I'm gonna call it here, y'all. Thank y'all so much. We had a consistent like 200, 300 plus this entire time. I know, I'm sure, with all of the insanity happening, we're all looking forward to seeing the reactions of other individuals. So I appreciate y'all hanging out with me here. What a crazy chapter. What a crazy way to lead us into the final chapter before we go into this break. Like I said, another warning for all of us here. Just please try to steer clear next week. Next week's going to be a special one. Next week and the chapter after are going to be 2 special chapters. So let's all try our hardest not to get spoiled. I will most certainly see y'all. I'm going to continue to upload videos, of course, but I just will not be active because I'm going to be trying my hardest to avoid social media in regards to like not active in the comment section, active in that type of stuff. But I will continue to upload, of course. Still going to be making videos. But it's going to be a crazy time, man. We all got to steer clear. 1053 is going to lead us into a hiatus. And based on the... Because this was throwing the alley. Next week is coming down with the alley-oop, right? Right before the buzzer beater. As we go into the 4th quarter. So this next chapter is going to be one of the craziest chapters potentially in the entire series. And I can't wait for it, man. It's going to be such a GOAT chapter. Such a GOAT chapter. Thank you, Vortex, man. It really was a W stream. Thank you, Kev. Really was a fire stream. Yo, Spicy, brother, since you're here. I apologize that you didn't make it earlier, but Spicy, thank you so much to you guys for the hard work y'all put in, man. This week's chapter was a banger, dude. Like, at the beginning of the stream, I gave a massive thank you to everybody who's ever worked on One Piece. Now that we're heading to Final Saga. Thank y'all so much, man. Seriously, Spicy. Thank you so much, bro. Y'all are goated, bro. Thank y'all, man. Like, legendary stuff. Those are my goats, lads. You feel me? Those are my goats. Those are my goats. But yeah, man. Y'all have a good one. Thank y'all so much for the kind words. I'll see y'all. Yeah, like Lazy Muffle said, be safe. We'll be back here next week. It's going to be insane. Y'all goats, man. I'll see y'all. Goat peace, dude. Afterthoughts. We've got a lot to talk about. But big stuff next week, man. I'll see y'all. Have a good one. Man, yo, I don't even know what I'm going to do for the rest of the day, dog. This chapter was crazy. Legendary.